Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 4 in our Dreamatorium series, and we're only going to do 2 pages, and the first one's going to be super easy, but then at the end we're going to talk about putting pages in the book. We're not going to glue them, we're just going to paper clip them so we can evaluate where we're at. So this one should take us all of 10 seconds. We're adding 2 small pockets right here. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, and if I can, I'm going to add the, instead of glossy accents, which is this, and it dries to a clear, hard covering, and it makes whatever you put it on seem brighter. So that's probably going to be a couple of the butterflies, and so that's, I'm going to do that to those. But what I'm interested in is crackle accents instead of glossy accents. So what happens is this particular item is pretty much the same as this one, only when this one dries, the clear coat appears to have little cracks in it in the center. There's no roughness on the top. Okay, so I thought that would be kind of cool to put on his glasses up here, like they were all crazed, right? And then maybe clear glossy accents on his glasses down here in the center where the lenses would be, and then put, you know, a few wheels and cogs or whatever around him. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to do as much as we can. Let's go ahead and glue the pockets on so we can see what we're dealing with here. Well, I'll be darned. This paper clip is caught. There we go. Now these little pockets are the ones with the folds. Let's take these items out. Let's see, put this one on the top and this one on the bottom. So you're going to want to glue them on these little folded in areas. I went ahead and folded them in instead of leaving it flat so that I could go ahead and ink around. I inked around this in the salvage patina, and then I did the page in the brown vintage photo. So, and the little ephemera that's going to go in the pockets, which you need more ephemera if you're going to use these kind of pockets, because it lifts it off the page a little bit. So let's see. We put one here and one here. That should be all right, because, and this is a ad for an eyeglass place, which I thought was pretty cool with his eyeglasses and stuff. So I don't really want to put this one down too far. I'm not really worried about this one being up too far because the ephemera barely sticks out. So let's see. See, I had these sorted, but oh, doesn't matter. Either one can go in either one. So let's go ahead and glue these on. But I want to have this up high enough, that was the rest of my thought that I think I stopped, is so that we could have maybe something coming off here. I have a chain on order, but it hasn't gotten here yet. So that's part of the reason I'm not adding very much to the pages right now. I'm pretty sure I showed you, or we did on camera, the other pages that have been decorated with metal so far. I'm not sure, so when we're placing those pages, you'll see that. Look, we have a dotted line right here. I spend the morning cutting out whale tail tabs. I have a die because the actual discontinued hole punch that punches them out. If you look on eBay, they're $100 to $150 for the one whale tail punch. I can do without that. I have the die, so I can do, you know, cut up some anytime I want, and so that seems to be fine. Okay, so let's put these two in here, and we'll put these two in here. Get in there. Okay, so now let's see, and you don't shake these up because it puts air bubbles in them, and it is difficult to keep them from being clogged up. This is as hard as I could turn it, and let me see if it's going to work. It sounds like it's going to. Glossy accents. Let's put that on his eyes. Yep. And you just put it on using the tip. And then you have to set it aside to dry, because it can take anywhere from 1 to 4 hours to dry. So now I haven't tried this other one. So I don't know if we need to stick a pin in it or not. Yeah, it looks like it's clogged up pretty tight, actually. There we go. That might do it. Sorry, I know that's off camera, but all I'm doing is sticking a pin in the dispense. This little nozzle here. Let's see if it'll come out. Yep. So we're going to do it just like we did the other. All on the lenses. And then when that crackles or crazes, which I think is the real term, then it will have the special effect on them. Now, I'm going to set him to the side so his eyes can dry. And we are going to do a butterfly. Trying to think with the colors. I think this one went better. I bet that glossy accents make really look good on there. Okay, I need to tighten this up as humanly possible. It's tight. Okay, I'm going to set that up there. Okay, and we'll put the glossy accents on the butterfly, and you just have to cover the whole thing. Everywhere you want it to be, you have to put the tip across there. If you see a blank spot, just use the nozzle without spraying, you know, without squeezing it, and move the material around until you get the coverage that you want. I accidentally got it on the thing, that's why I switched or moved it. Put a little bit on his head. And when you go to touch up an area, you know, to kind of spread the stuff out, if you have like a little gap or something in the coverage, then like I said, just gently use the nozzle without pushing out anymore, If you feel like you really need more in that area, then go ahead. But as you can see, it looks milky right now. Just like it looks milky in the bottle. But I promise you it's not. Go around here. Okay. So now we're going to set him to the side. And we're going to do one of these moths. My scanning cut kind of did a number on it. I'm getting new teeny tiny scissors today in the mail. Oh, that wasn't very smart, was it? And we have a bubble. So I need to take my pin and just pop the bubble, and it will flow back in. It looks like I have a little bit of a divot right there. It's already starting to dry. Okay. So anyway, my scan and cut decided to eat some of these moths because they had a border, but then all of the border did not cut out. So I'm just gonna trim this butterfly up real quick, and then we'll move on to the next page. Just watching me spread glossy accents. I think you probably guys have more fun plans than that. Unless you've never used it before, if you have any questions about it, be sure to leave them in the comments area below. I do read every single comment, and I reply to every single comment. And if you want to find out more about other things, then go ahead and subscribe. That would be great. And give us a thumbs up here, us, me, myself, and I. And head out over to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, because if you're a member there, I make a written PDF of the step-by-step process of making each project. And if you're a member of the Facebook group, you get that for free after when every video series comes out. I've started releasing them at the beginning instead of at the end. Let's move him a little bit. Now you can take and smudge his wings a little bit, and he will dry that way. It looks like I missed the whole tip. Okay. Let's see what we can do to help this guy out. It's a good thing it's cloudy when it goes on. Makes it much easier for people like me to see it. I mean, I wear reading glasses, but I have to keep switching between actual reading and a little bit farther away than computer distance. I had cataract surgery, and it was amazing. And because my glasses were never able to correct me to 20/20 vision. No matter what they did, I was never 20/20. Well, they actually overcorrected when I had my surgery. So now I can see 20/15. However, that makes my reading distance, you know, like how far away I can hold somebody and still read them. Oh, I can read people pretty well. Anyway, it's farther out. So I wear reading glasses, and they're a little bit less power than I need. Okay. Miss this one. Put a little dot on his head. And we'll let those two dry as well. Now if you kind of bang it like this, it kind of knocks the stuff out of the lid, and then close it as hard as you possibly can without breaking your hand. Okay, so we'll set these over here. Sorry about that. I had to maneuver the guy out of the way. Okay, here's our next page that we're going to do. And I've got some stamps. I just realized I've got those field note stamps. And I bet some of those would look cool on some of the pages too. So this is our paper. This is, put this over here. Clip it on. Far away from the glossy accents. Okay, so we're still on video 4. We're doing paper number 8. I decided to put paper instead of page because page 8 made it seem like we were going to put them in the book in order, and we're not. Pretty much. I don't think so. So this is our paper, and I've inked it. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a folding out pocket. So I have inked around this. This is going to be a writing card. I figured it went with the generics of both. So, oops, there's a little runaway. All right, now that's just ridiculous as well. There we go. Okay, so that, we need to move this. Now, this page we're going to use some of these spinners on, so that will be fun. I love these little things. And what we're going to do, if it works, I hope it'll work, is we're going to make a pocket that inside the pocket that you can flip it down and then flip it down again, and you'll have this much writing space. And then these are lined on the back with the coffee paper, but we'll have to take a look at it once we get it all scored, which is not going to be hard. And see if we need to add like some cream colored paper with a stamped octopus or something on it. It's the only stamp I have that is really pertinent. Okay, so we want to go 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. So, trimming that paper to 8 would make our lives a lot easier. Oh, apparently I'm going to score it and not cut it. Yes, it wasn't that much. Now let's put our, well, we probably could have used this and not the big one, but, so you're going to take your long side and put it across here. You're going to score this at 1/2 inch. So that would be from 8 to 7.5. I'm going to score that. Then you're going to score it again at 4.5. Now, that should give us And then we'll fold this up. It worked. Who knew? Now, we're going to glue this to the page using the 1/2 inch flap right here. And then we'll be pretty much done. I told you it wasn't going to be very hard. Just make it look hard. You know what I mean? I am definitely going to put some like decals, not decals, but some ephemera on the writing paper itself. But I purposely picked a page you could write on, even though it's not technically a writing page. The image isn't that dark. But I think you could write over it. Goodness. Okay, so now we want to attach this to here with the extra paper facing down. We're not making a flip up, we're making a flip down. Okay. Let's make sure everything is Alright, so we've got that, and I've already inked this in brown, but I think I'm going to mark this across here with teal, not very dark, just to kind of tie it in. Now if you wanted, you could do it like this. So all that's going to happen is we're going to fold this page up like this, and this up like this, and we're going to need something for here. I'm sure we have plenty of large ephemera. And then this will fold down like this, and this will fold down like this, and you have all this writing area. Plus you'll have this area, and you'll have this area to write on. Some bone folder on it. Now these spinners are going to hold the top shut. Still off by a smidge. So now, you want to look at this. That should be correct. Okay, now the reason we don't want to put just one spinner in the middle is because we want to put a card in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in two, one on each side. So we're going to put one here, and we're going to put one here, And then the card's going to be narrow. In fact, we may cut it out into the shape of a tag. All right, so I'm making a mark where the center is that I want. Trying to line it up so there's a little bit of a gap. And I did let my lead out really long on the end of my my mechanical pencil so that it would reach through the thickness. You know, that line is there. If I go straight across this line, hands are shaking so bad lately. And then, wow, that's a really bad line. I mean, I've heard some bad lines in my life. Okay. Oops. Let's get our pokey bag out. And the reason we folded it up and put the arrows on is because if we had done this any other way than hooking that on there, then we would have had a gap. Now, another way you can do this is you can take a piece of paper and cut it off at these marks, and then use medicinal tape, they make brown, or gauze or washi or something, and glued it back together. And then you could fold it either way, you know, if you wanted to fold it this way. But I don't like that at all. I want the image part to be showing. All right, let me put my pencil back to where the normal lead would be, and get my other pokey tool. I think I should move this one out just a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, if you're just catching this for the first time, got styrofoam in here, and this envelope is bubble wrap on the inside. So this way when you poke your hole, it doesn't go all the way down to your work surface. And the only thing about this one versus the one I used yesterday, the pokey tool, except for I should stop doing that, is the fact that it's thicker, so it makes a little bit bigger hole. That does not look straight vertically. So if we had it here, and we had it here, I wonder if I like the bottom better. Okay. So now all we have to do is put the brad in that holds your spinner. Remember I told you these come with, they come together, the little brads that fit and the spinners. These are Tim Holtz. I don't normally buy a lot of the metallics or the people or stuff like that, but these little spinners are very, very cool, and I like them, so I like using them. I guess we don't need that anymore. Anyway, so I like them basically is what I'm trying to spit out. And then I get distracted. Okay. Now these are really close to the edge, but we want to have enough room to put in a writing card. Now push down on it to flatten it out the other side. Yeah, this one's quite a bit closer than the other one. Then to close it, all you have to do is flip that. Come here. Flip this one, and then that holds it shut. Okay, so then we're going to probably do something here, and that one there. So let me get out my bucket of gears. I found out that Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix or 3-in-1 works just as good as the more expensive stuff. So this one's a littler one. It's a little bright. Now, even though we're going to talk about where the pages should go, we're going to, oh my goodness, my hands. Oh, that looks really cool. All right, so let's glue this down. Look and see if there's a right side up and a wrong side up. There shouldn't be, but sometimes there is. And then you're going to want to put, I think I'm just going to put the glue on the paper. Do we want a little clock on this page? Do I have a little one? Yeah, there's one right there. It's got the actual charm hole on the top, though. Let's see what else I have here in the bag of clocks. Well, that may just have to be put on top because it's right where the 12 is. And then we'll do one more. We'll do it over here. This is the part of the washer and accessories kit that I bought by the weight. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can do this one. And since this one is solid and kind of heavy, I'll put a lot of glue on there. Well, that's nifty neato. Maybe we could use a couple pieces of washi here or there. Oh, did I do something bad? Yes, I did. The spinner won't be able to spin if I put that one there. I didn't even think about that until I looked at it. Now when that glue is dry, I'll just use the glue eraser to take the glue off. Yeah, and the glue needs to set on this. So it's basically going to look like this. Or you can put them in. But now we need to measure the writing card. Because it's going to need to fit in between these two arrows. Jeez Louise. And one of those little numbers escaped. Uh-oh. We almost had an avalanche. Okay, so we need to measure this. It doesn't matter what side we save. Or if I can get it to roll up in a little glob. Yeah, most of it. Let's use the glue eraser on it. See if it's dry enough. Yep, it's just coming right off. You can see where it's made the little balls and stick to the eraser. Your eraser's going to look kind of funky, but it still works, don't worry. So let's cut this and see how close we are to being correct. That will make a good belly band, you know, up at the top to hold a notebook or something. Okay. We just have to remember that there's that other piece under here that the card has to get past. And I think it's all the way in. Okay, let's round the corners. So then we have to ink it. I think I'm going to ink this in blue. Get the lid off. I might ink something on the back of here. I don't know what it would be other than our octopus. I'm not sure I want to. We could do every page that needs to be kind of spruced up a little bit without adding thickness. We could stencil that October. Yeah, we could stencil that October anytime we want. Octopus. Okay. We could possibly I don't think we have any gears big enough and the paper's not thick enough, so I think that it would come on, little buddy. There you go. Now we're gonna, other than these two clocks, we're going to and maybe I'll put one here at the third one to give it 3. What was I gonna say? I don't know what I was going to say. No, that one's got a big charm on it. Well, as my grandma used to say, if you forgot it, it must have been a lie. One size smaller than that. This is going to be too small. Nope. Perfect. But fingers crossed, it appears to be holding this on fine. Now, if I come back tomorrow and they all fall off, then I'll know that they don't work. Okay, so let's make that look more like it's in the center, that the spokes are all hanging out equally. I know. It's a curse, but it's my curse. Yeah, you can see that one's higher than the other. Okay, so that's going to be our page, except for any kind of decoration that we get from this big mess. We want to be able to write on here still. So, I mean, I could put that there. But if I put something smaller, all right, I'm going to go through that giant thing of ephemera that I have and decide what I want to put there. I'm thinking I might want to put something here. You don't want to put anything with words, because when you flip it down and then flip it down again, it'll be upside down. So let's not do that. Okay, so now we can get the book out, or the pages and the book out, and decide what we're going to do where so far. That way we'll know how many left pages, right pages, and then however many else we can fill in with papers that are neither left nor right to fill up our signature. Okay, so here's what we've got. These are our pages, or our papers, that are going to be glued to these pages, which are the book. And then we'll sew it up the middle. We'll add the covers. Let's see how the cover looks with the blue. Oh, I think it looks nice. Nice bit of contrast in the colors. I think that turned out well. I think I need to ink some more on the bottom though. I think I need to ink. Oh, for goodness sakes. And it went in a little bit more than I thought, so go back and double check your measurements as far as how far in you've inked. So that's the first thing you want to do when you're getting ready to put pages in, just to get an idea. Okay, so this one is these are the covers. These are the other two that I'll use, one in each signature of this. Not this exact one, but one of the animal ones. Okay? And then this is our covers, which we're going to do something on here. Something. So this has to be a right-handed page. So let's put it here. And actually, this goes in this way. There we go. Now all the gizmos are facing in the right direction. Now remember, before you glue this into the book, you this is not a right side page. It would be if I clipped it over here. Okay, so this is a right side page, so it needs to go on the right side as the page in your book. We're going to leave out the center because I like to do kind of a center spread, if you will. Okay, so we got that there. And we turn the page. And those are the two. And these do not apply right now. So this is the left or right page. And we're not going to necessarily keep them in order. I mean, we might. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, 6, whatever. But we might not. And this is a right-facing page, or a right-sided page. Oh, yeah, because it won't work very well flipping in. Okay. So we can put that there. But we're going to have some plainer, like writing pages and things like that. So we are going to need to, page 3, video 2. Okay. So all the cards and everything are all in there. And so we can take a look and see. This needs to be on the right hand side of the page. However, I wonder what it would look like if we kept them in the correct order. Let's just see. Okay. And then this would be next. Page 3, video 2. And we'll leave the center open. So there's the center, and we're not going to put anything in there right now. So now what do we have? We have a left, or a right, but it's got to be a right so that the charms hang off, now that I think about it. Erase that in case we move them around. So as you can see, we have to do this early enough that we can create extra pages with the filling in mind, if you know what I mean. Then this one is left or right, and this one is left or right. They're very similar though. So we could put one back here. I just don't want these two page pockets together. Five and 6. That just doesn't seem right, does it? And this is going to go on here. Yeah. There's a video 4 there, so that's what we substituted when we switched them around, so they're not in order anymore. And I put this on the wrong thing again. Needs to go over here. And this is a left or right. So we basically need signature covers and the 2 center pages. Okay, so let's see what we've got so far. We have our signature cover, which will be the outside of this. Okay? And then this will be our front page. I'm trying to think, I don't know why I did that writing on there just to test the pen. I don't think I realized what I was doing. Because for the I still love this guy with the key and the gears. and the, yeah. Why do these always flip over on me? They never stay on straight. So if this is the signature cover, well, that would work. That would work. So all we need is the center spread and the signature cover. So look where we're at. We still have, what, 3 pages left to go in here? 1, 2. Yeah, our center's 2. This one is over here. We'll be putting some more charms in too. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're looking to see this one actually. Yeah, there we go. What did we leave open this center? I think we have everything else but the center, don't we? What happened here? Okay, and then this goes here, that goes there. So we need the center pages and this. We could take one of them out. This is the signature cover. I don't have a problem adding him to the center. So this will be our signature cover, and we'll put some pockets in, and I will print on it, or I will have used up a bunch of ink and time that I'll never get back. It's just kind of hard when you have them paper clipped in to keep things from getting snagged on each other. Okay. All right, so where's the extra page? Here it is. So we could put it right here. And then I'll do another one with charms on it on this side. Then I'll take this and I'll print one of the pictures on this side for the signature cover, and then I will put the rest of this back in. So that's what we've got so far. It looks like we've covered all the pages, except for one in the center. And yeah, one in the center is all we need. Okay, and then I'll do something with this Yeah, because the papers go all the way to the edge. So when I cut, I have the papers for the covers, but this is just the signature cover, right? 1, 2, 3. Thought we were only putting 3 in. Yeah, I think we were. 1, 2, 3. How'd I get the extra one? We're doing a hard cover. Get all these little charms hanging out. Very nice. See? Well, it was very nice until I tried to flip it over and show you. But all the little clocks are hanging off. Some better than others. Alright, so this is going to be signature 1 with a signature cover on it. I may just do another whole piece of paper instead of trying to, because I can't just run it through the printer because of these marks on it. So we can use this page in the second signature because we'll use it for an inside page, and then it won't matter because then we'll have paper on it. So I'll get another one out and get it inked, and then I will print on it, or we'll build 2 pages for the inside covers, and I will just print on the outside. Okay? All right. I will see you in the next video, because that's the end of this video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.